10 institutions converged on the University of Benin in Edo State in southern Nigeria to put up various performances ranging from stand-up comedy, spoken words, costume display, dance, drama, and carnival float.
So it is very torrent, tempest, and as I will say, why with the fashion? You have to begot and acquire a temperament that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to see a very weak parted fellow, that's not passion to tackle.
How dare they refute these two politicals? Deplete the masses of the vociferous, make it different. Look at the judicial system. In a state of dignity, basic poverty. Now, Bermuda is a political apology. Look at the way the politics is becoming a bugaboo.
Committing suicide was my option. Then I asked myself some questions. Am I part of God's creation? Because it got to a situation, a terrible condition, where there was no attention, not even for my relation. But I thank God for his intervention.
Nigeria has now become a land where the will of some set of people, all in the name of political leaders, now gain our money and their will now supersede its citizens. Where the quickest way to get on form list is to become a legislator in my country because of his mouth opening allowance. And I ask the question, who pulled the trigger? Who brought us to this state of confusion where people who now stand patiently at ATM queues are seen as fools, but those who cut corners to go to the front are not seen as sharp guys? I happen to be the MC of that little project. What's the problem? Ladies and gentlemen, it was between Unilad, Unipet, and Abu Salim University at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Give it up for the first contestant, ladies and gentlemen, please. All the way from Unipet, please. CJ, let's go. Unipet. Unipet. Give it up for Unilad. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2 from Unilad. Yeah. like that enough. After my own way, ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 3 all the way from Abuja University here from Owepe. You can think of it. He said, "Cut He said, "Hey, cut off. I want it." No, that is. No, do that. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 3 all the way from Abuja University. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for contestant number 3. Hold on. Thank you.
Your life. I bet see, theater has changed my life, my whole life. Theater has changed them. So the extent I don't know if my papa will brag for me again. Just look at me now. Imagine, theater has a go-to improvisation. So the extent my life is now improvised. Wow! Hey! What I don't know is if you see fine girl, she no book. You go know once. You see how big a waiting, you don't know. You don't know what to do. Some of the girls, they don't know the program. But nowadays, reverse is the what? Case. If you see fine girl, you don't know book. I don't know this, I beg. They don't like class, they're plenty. If you see everyone, if you see what they are doing, now they want to, now they know. Book. Kofono now, they didn't in class, our president. And, you know, the university, it's too much. No, Nutaf said the time money. He said the time money.
The first school to mount the stage of Nutaf 2017 Uniben is Ambrose Ali University, with a place situated in a typical city motor park.
What are your plans for the drivers of this park? Yes. So I decided tomorrow project. The one in the previous chambers that. No. Yes. I intend to complete it. Mama. Papa said that. I just give me one as they give my own. Just give me my own. Maybe say, Papa said that. If Shebe don't kill you for this time, nothing else will kill you again. We're mad. Good afternoon. Madam, will you answer me? Don't obey. Oh, sorry. I got special carry. Put a place out with the tender to me, fast forward. And very shield the bottle of
As the first school to stage a play at the festival, the cast and crew of Ambrose Ali University were highly criticized for various lapses in lighting, blockings, and musical renditions, just to mention a few.
That I like about Nutaf is the fact that, yes, it's not a competition, but it's a silent competition, because you didn't want your school to be the one who would not be applauded, and then you had this post-mortem thing that you had to face after the production. So everybody was battling to be the best. You want your production to be best. So as much as it wasn't a production, what it did was it helped students develop. Because when you know that you're going to get there and your production is going to be post-mortem, your lecturers are there, other professors from other schools, all of them will sit and they will tear the production, so to say, apart.
What I saw here was just change. Not continuity. Then secondly, and I saw the future of the use of arts like slides in a production, was it deliberate? Is it a bargain from the school? Or is your idea mixing house lights with theater lights? You are using a pressure technique.
Well, you don't have control over something, just accept it the way it is. Play along. If you make an error, accept it when it's pointed out to you. And learn from it. No point trying to pretend it. And that way you learn. Because when you try to pretend an error, you go ahead and make that error again.
If we pay more attention to the things that are done in the theater, we're going to be better. Because you have people who come together who are not thinking about where I come from. We're looking at, if the stage is a Kenya setting, for instance, you're looking at Kenya and how you will bring out what happens in Kenya. If it's a Yoruba setting, everybody becomes Yoruba. If it's Igbo, everybody. So nobody is looking at, I am Igbo, I am Yoruba, I am. So it brought all of us together. And that's one thing that has also worked for most of us. Because, for instance, in your department, you finish a production, it's post-mortem, you are used to people doing a critique of your work and nobody's bitter. So from day one, you learn how to accept your mistake, you learn how to develop from whatever mistake you've made.
Welcome, my people. A long time ago, when God spoke to the world through the elements, thunder rumbled violently.
Other schools such as Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, and University of Port Harcourt were outstanding in their theatrical presentations. While NAU Awka presented a comedy which satirizes the Nigerian society from an average citizen's everyday life activities, the University of Port Harcourt presented a total theatre performance using a stereotyped costume to tell the story of the ills of the Niger Delta people.
And we have gone the traditions according to strangers. You will know us better, stranger, and then you shall state your aim in our kingdom.
We are Africa, blessed with the Creator's endowment. Our earth is filled with mineral resources. Our breast fits all on the surface of the earth.
Oh yes, we have rich cultures and traditions. Our farms are rich. Our heads impregnated with the black gold of nature. In fact, nature blessed us. I bring you civilization and new ways of life. Come on, this is into a unilateral and unanimous confinement with the stranger. They went about their ways, harnessing and maximizing their potentiality.
Oh yes, they received the promises of the stranger.
Yes.
Infrastructure development and other amenities. Thus, civilization crept into the kingdom.
My lord,
The people of Ikoli have pricked my eyes. They have decided to crown the head of Sokari. Prepare for war! Ali! I am Tolofari! Tolofari! The greatest warrior of our time! The man who created John of Ikoli! I am the god whose back never touches the ground. Tolofari! What flames upon the name of you? I was the king! King Tolofari!
Tolofari, I am not here to fight you. I'm only here to make peace.
Prices of goods escalated and rocketed high. Death was in rampage. Life became unbearable for the people of Ikoli.
The people wail. Tears mingle with blood streaming down their faces. As their voice choked inside their throats.
Finally, they cried for freedom and change. But what change will they get this time? You know that never going to carry go to everybody community. Our leader don't stop us money to cross border again. What do you make I do now?
We want change! What kind of change?
Ordinarily, as a university, we are supposed to be opening up research areas that have direct bearing on the industry, as well as the day-to-day challenges that people face as human beings. And that means that our courses themselves are supposed to take upon new challenges. And so that there is a mutation in the theater nomenclature now, I think is positive in the sense that we are responding to some of those realities, because we are not training people who will go and walk in the moon. They will walk in the society. If there is a need for somebody who is trained in the area of dance, and there's a lot more need for that, and we think that we should also encourage that by expanding our emphasis, whether by adjusting the nomenclature of the department. I think that is important.
Let us rise for one goal, the change of the mind positively.
Let us see as one,
And irrespective of religion.
for together we stand and divided we fall.
From its maiden edition held at the University of Ibadan in 1981, the 36-year-old festival has grown into an annual platform where over 1,000 top-rated students and lecturers meet to display their creative talents, artistic ingenuities, and exchange knowledge on a yearly rotational campus basis across the country.
As Nutaf, we had started thinking of how do we resuscitate Nutaf. And then I had a chance discussion with Professor Emmanuel Dandaura, who was the SONTA president then. And incidentally, they also had started working on a plan to bring Nutaf back. So we just felt that, look, the best thing to do was to just collaborate and work together to make it a reality. And then that's when we started the discussion, and we started the collaboration. And we felt, I think it was quite good. because it was the first time the town and the gown were actually, you know, deciding to work together.
When I was National Director of Publicity, there was this meeting that we had from the National Executive Council point of view. So it was agreed in that meeting that Nutaf must work with SONTA, that's National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, and Society for Nigerian Theatre Artists, in order to bring into realization once again what is called Nutaf, which is Nigerian University's Theatre Arts Festival. Nutaf will avail you the opportunity of critically assessing the work of arts and culture from other schools, aside from what you do in your school. So not really a competition, but from the point of view of quality, the point of view of professionalism, you know, you graduating into facing the challenge that you have in the society called Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large.
First of all, it's really worth the while that Nutaf has been resuscitated with the recent festival that had at the University of Benin. I give kudos to the organizers. Ozi also did a lot of work to mobilize most people to attend, both in the academia and also those working outside the academia. It's really worth the while. I think one of the things Nutaf tried to give to us was, Nutaf also tried to take the theater away from the institutions where they were, to outside. Typically, for instance, do you mean now we want to carry this production from your like we, the open air theater in Unijos? You want to take it off from the open air theater in Unijos to take it to a theater at the University of Nigeria and Nsukka. It is not for you to understand that in a short while after your training at the university, you'll be doing something like this subsequently.
I think the last 10 years, people who went through school didn't enjoy, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't enjoy theatre arts. Without Nutaf, your course is not complete. That's as far as I'm concerned. So for me, it's a good thing because it will help the new generation experience some of the things we did and also improve more.
Aside from the quality of entertainment Nutaf provides, the festival aims largely at producing graduate students who will be able to use the performing arts as tools for social investigation and communication, and most importantly, find common solutions to the various societal problems of Africa.
Very few people donated money to the hosting of Nutaf 2017. Some also contributed by providing services. And we have decided that no matter how little the contribution is, it is an indication of goodwill. Because Nutaf has been off the shelf for 11 years, and for these people to trust us to invest their resources, we believe that they will even do more next year.
And that's where we draw the curtains on today's edition of Africats. For coverage of African arts and cultural programs, do contact the producer on Africats at tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on Twitter at TVC Africats. Till we come your way again next time, it's goodbye.